If you're not there yet, I'm here to put you in that jolly good mood. It's almost that time of the year to share happiness and good times with your family and friends. For the next 5 days, I'll be sharing 5 must include recipes for the holiday. And trust me, it's going to be a taste to remember. So get your pen and your paper and take down some notes. The first recipe in this series is my favorite. Truth be told, everything in this series is my favorite. For the one, we'll be making jollof ofada. Yes, you heard right. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Cooking jollof rice the right way requires a different kind of patience, especially one on low heat. You cannot just do it bars. Anyways, one of the ingredients in this recipe is blended pepper, and for this I'll be making use of scotch bonnet, red bell pepper, tomatoes, onions and garlic. If you have some leftover broth at home, this is the meal to use it for. The first thing we're going to do is to roast the peppers. For this, you'll be needing the ingredients on the screen. Start by cutting the pepper, tomatoes, onions into smaller sizes. You can roast with the oven. You can also do it over the cooker. Roasting the pepper before blending reduces the amount of moisture content the pepper would naturally produce and also adds a sweet flavor to it. To roast over the cooker usually takes at least 25 to 30 minutes on low heat, so you don't end up with a burnt offering. While you roast, you will need to turn and stir at intervals so it cooks properly. After some time, you will notice the brownish look around the pepper, especially the onions. Once it's ready, transfer into the blender. I used about half cup of broth to blend it in the place of water, but if you don't have broth, you can always make use of water. Honestly, it's a thick consistency for me. Not only does it give you a rich taste and sweet flavor, but it also adds this amazing smoky feel. If you're looking to add a subtle smoke taste to your meal, I recommend roasting the peppers before blending. So the next thing we're going to do is to stir fry chopped onions in about half cup of cooking oil. Allow this to stir fry for about 5 to 7 minutes on low heat. This entire cooking process is going to happen majorly on low heat because we need all the flavors to come together. It's time to add some tomato paste. Stir fry the paste in hot oil for as long as needed. We need the paste to absorb the seasonings and also to taste less like tomato concentrate. This took me about 10 minutes on low heat. To know when it is ready, it usually looks like this. The tomato paste shapes like pebbles and you see it in like small bits and chunks. Then pour in the blended mixture and stir fry for another 10 to 12 minutes until the paste and pepper mixture is properly mixed. What exactly is jollof rice without enough oil in the sauce? You can add in extra oil as you see the need. The next important step is combining the seasonings and all spices together. I have here about half tablespoon of curry, 1 teaspoon of thyme, half teaspoon of white pepper, half teaspoon of paprika, and I'm going to just stir all together. Finally, adding the rice combined until the pepper is evenly distributed. Typically, to cook my rice, I use about 1.5 cup of water for 1 cup of rice. It varies and depends on the instance, and sometimes it could be way more. So I have here 2 cups of Ofada rice. I used about 1 cup of broth and 2 cups of water in cooking. And finally, wrap it up with foil paper. Do not forget this needs to cook on low heat. So I have been saying low heat, low heat, low heat. Don't put it on too low a heat that it actually doesn't cook and gets soggy. What I mean is I use a bigger burner, so technically my medium heat would be like a smaller burner highest heat. So just make sure you're using the right temperature to cook it, and so that you don't also waste your time in cooking and miss out on what the holiday is all about. You can see how good looking this looks. It tastes absolutely delicious. You can garnish as you want. My companies and I decided to pair it with goat's meat. So thank you for joining us today. Until tomorrow, I am the Honest Bad Cook.